Working with your energy is the most powerful thing that you can ever do. Because at the end of the day, whose behaviors, attitudes, and beliefs can you control? Someone answer that. Everyone answer that. Whose? Only your own. Yeah, everybody says that, right. Okay, but let me tell you something. Every last one of us has a list of ways that other people need to change in order to make your life, my life, happier. I still have a list, and I've been married to my husband for 43 years, but I still have all the ways that I know that he could change and I'd be happier, and I would not have to do that work. But inner work is something that only you can do. And I say that the Enneagram is the big unifier because it doesn't matter whether you're a faith-based person, whether you're an atheist or an agnostic, whether you are a spiritual person, whether you are dogmatically religious, none of that matters. You can enter the door of learning about how you operate and how other people operate without being concerned about stepping on people's toes. I have spoken and worked with people that come from every walk of life, that have all types of beliefs. And as the president of the International Enneagram Association, I have been around the world, and everywhere I go, I can find people who have studied the Enneagram who want to come and talk to me. And that's a wonderful thing. It's just amazing. So once I get you on this journey, I want you to know you can say, I have friends all around the world. And you literally will. You literally will have connected to people in countries all around the world. But I want to back up a little bit and give you a little bit of a historical perspective on the Enneagram. The Enneagram is an ancient model. The symbol is ancient. It predates Plato. We don't really know where it came from. But what we do know is that a group called the Desert Fathers and Mothers gathered together and started following this symbol around the world. They started looking for it. And then it dates back in sort of formal use to a man called Mr. Gurdjieff. Anyone familiar with Gurdjieffian work? Well, Gurdjieff claims that all of humanity is asleep. All of humanity is asleep and not likely to wake up. And that's a scary thought because we don't know we're asleep. We think we are wide awake, but we get lulled into a pattern of behaviors that literally we can sleepwalk through. We can do what we do without even thinking about it. Have you ever had the experience of being in your car and driving somewhere, and then all of a sudden you realize you're home, and you're not quite sure how you got there because your head was somewhere else? That's being asleep. That is not being present. And when we are not present, we lose the opportunity of really engaging with what's going on right in front of us. As parents, sometimes we're not present to the struggles of our children. As people who have chosen life partners, sometimes we don't understand the way they show up in the world. And we want to change them. So the Enneagram, as people began to look at these patterns, Mr. Gurdjieff developed a series of movements that he would put people through where you literally could not be asleep and perform the movements. Later on, after I talk, not now, you can actually Google this online and you can see the patterns of movements and try out a few of them. That would be hilarious. Make sure somebody's taping you while you're doing it. So it went from Gurdjieff, and we owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to Mr. Ouspensky because he detailed and documented all of Mr. Gurdjieff's work. After Gurdjieff, we went to discovering that Mr. Ichazo, then a Chilean-born psychologist, began to look into this work and that it had something to do with the nature of our personalities. And then later on, Claudio Naranjo actually perfected it, and it became the Enneagram of personality types. So that's how we got from a symbol that we don't know where it came back to the personality of Enneagram, which exists in the world today.